Larissa Mendez, who played last night but sustained a foot injury earlier this week. They want to give her a chance to rest it here this evening. And the opening serve from Loberg, and we are underway, and right to the middle. Liv Mogridge catches line, and Georgia Tech seizes the first point.
We expected this, Wiley. The middle attack early on from Georgia Tech. Yesterday, relying a lot on the pin attack. Get ready for a lot more attempts for Mogridge.
And Bertolino serving, where she's one of the toughest servers in the country with that jump serve. And a let off the net. Cross-court pass, and the swing goes long from Meredith O'Gorman. Keely, let's take a look at your keys to the game.
You have to be touching blocks at the net if you're South Alabama. Slow the attack down, dig it out, transition. Also, set the least predictable player. We know Georgia Tech has a great defense setting up around for Georgia Tech, adjusting back to a 5-1. All of those wins we're talking about, Riley, came in the 6-2 formation, a two-setter offense. Georgia Tech needs to get their middle going tonight. You have to show not only South Alabama, you have middle offense, but you need to show the rest of the ACC as you prepare for conference play that not only were 3 attackers loaded, but we have 5.
Bertolino serving again. She had her 17th ace. This time she gets the overpass, and Tamara Otene flushes it center court.
Bianca Bertolino ranked 10th in the nation right now in aces. The entire fan group just waits, hold their breath to listen to the pop out of her hands on that jump topspin.
Senior from Argentina. Loberg goes short and beating the block that time. Just getting between the hands of the net. Lily Simmons with the point.
You have to take risks, so getting the middle involved right away. Simmons is the left-handed attacker. Got to set across her body and push that ball.
And that serve is wide left from Erica Spankus. You look at South Alabama, they've lost 3 in a row. Coming off another really impressive season. In fact, their season last year, similar to Florida like last night, they too were eliminated in the NCAA tournament by Georgia Tech. With Mogridge serving this time. And on the right side that time, a block for Deandra Pierce on O'Gorman.
Otene does such an excellent job with the block setup. Otene getting all the way over, recognizes this ball is wide, stays in on it to set her middle block up. Pierce for the cross block.
And into the netting that time as Mogridge service error. With South Alabama, 19 players on this roster, Keely, 11 of them are either new to the program or redshirted last year. I mean, you want to talk about swapping out every ingredient. That's a real challenge for a team trying to find their footing early on. So a big challenge for South Alabama head coach Jesse Ortiz, who's in his 4th season now at South Alabama, and this is game number 100. How about this, Keely? In his 3 years here, they've had 3 winning seasons, made 2 NCAA tournaments. In the previous 47 seasons of South Alabama volleyball, they had just 12 winning seasons and never made the NCAA tournament. He has been a huge find down in Mobile as an attack from the middle goes back row to Layla Blackwell.
What you love about Coach Ortiz, he thinks of all of these players. He has a 3-year-old daughter. He's like, how would I want my daughter to be trained? And he's creating a fearless environment, setting the middle right out of that perfect pass. Just go for it. We know Georgia Tech's block is strong, but encouraging his players to play fearlessly, coming out strong here in O'Keefe Gym.
And ace that time from Addison Hurst. We've seen some really aggressive serving on both sides here early, haven't we?
Yeah, coming at it. This is the time, if you're South Alabama, you have nothing to lose. Loaded preseason. That was a low flat serve. Emiliano taking advantage for that tip shot.
Spankus got to pass it over. And on the slide, Pierce, great dig from Hurst. And a back row swing is long. Did they get hands? No. So it is Point Tech.
Right away, Coach, nice dig off this. Pierce coming back on that shot. But right away after the challenge, all the players going over.
South Alabama touch on the call.
So South Alabama is opting to challenge the call. They believe that the swing from Spankus touched a Georgia Tech finger or two. So we've got our first replay review of the night. But Georgia Tech, Keely, another big story. They're without Eloisa Suarez, who has been their second setter in the 6-2 they've been running here recently, so they've got to go back to the 5-1 tonight. How does that affect Georgia Tech?
You know, it's difficult because you just beat two top-ranked teams, ranked higher than you, back-to-back, BYU, Florida, in the 6-2, so a two-setter offense. Losing that, you take a little bit of air out of it, saying, oh, we need to go deep into our bench, load up with who are we going to play right back at when we have Harper in, who's going to win out that second right side spot. Coach Collier just loves how competitive her gym is. Everyone's about whatever it's going to take to make the team win. So trying to adjust with what you can do, because Georgia Tech's really looked nice in that 6-2.
Yeah, Suarez got hurt in that third set, jamming her finger on a joust at the net against Florida's front row. So Suarez is out. That means more playing time for Luana Emiliano. And then with Larissa Mendez out, Leah Harper getting the start. So a couple injured Yellow Jackets tonight as the call has been reviewed, and we're going to find out if it gets overturned or if it stands.
So the call will be reversed, touch Georgia Tech.
Oh, there you have it, overturned. Good challenge there by Coach Jesse Ortiz. And after the Yellow Jackets got off to a lead here early in the first set, now a 3-0 run for the Jaguars, and it's been behind the tough serving of the sophomore from Cleveland, Tennessee, Addison Hurst. And Otene is blocked. Another swing, this time she beats it, but a dig in the back row. And Cannon goes corner pocket. 4-0 run for the Jaguars.
Wiley, the defensive effort, libero Bree Wilson laying out for that strong shot by Otene. That tells everybody on your team, like, guys, we're gonna go down with the fight.
They serve towards Lauren Sandin, who's just into the match. Bertolino with a vicious back row swing, and it fireballs into the back wall.
That's what we saw yesterday against Florida when her team needed a kill. Senior Bertolino stepped it up, calming everything down. You can feel that calming power she has on her attack. Nice previous swing, that was beautiful.
Otene serving. The swing from Cannon. Wow, she handled a tough pass, and she buries it in the back.
You knew she could bring it, Wiley. What you love about watching Cannon is Coach Ortiz talks about her vision around the block, but then she adds power. What a perfect last name when you have an arm like that.
In her 7th season of college volleyball, missed a number of years due to injury. She spent 5 years at Northwestern and then transferred to South Alabama last year. And Coach Ortiz, you know, he didn't mince words. He said when Cannon arrived in Mobile, she was a 6'1" defensive specialist. There was not a lot of offense to her game. Well, she's got it now after a lot of hard work the last couple years. And a block from Liv Mogridge, 0-on-0. That time Mogridge beats Gooch.
You're going yesterday, today. You just beat Florida, right? You're out 2 main starters. It's gonna take a team effort. Mogridge comes in with experience as well, saying not today, guys.
Velez serves, a tight pass, and stuffed Mogridge on Blackwell. The block was a real problem for South Alabama in their last match against Southeast Louisiana. They were outblocked 15-5.
Incredible. That block set up by I got like bees, like I'm a DJ. Bianca Bertolino.
Spinning records all season long. Keely Evil on the slide. Blackwell with the verticality.
Oh, elevated on that slide attack. You gotta go nice and low. Beat Georgia Tech to the block. I love that they went back in front of Bianca Bertolino, said, you got me once, let me see if we can set this side and get it twice.
Brianna Wilson serving. And Luciano goes to Bertolino. Reversing the floor, big swing from Gooch. And Bertolino is blocked. We have a net fault on South Alabama. Point belongs to Georgia Tech.
Emiliano, setter for Georgia Tech, did an excellent job doing a pump fake with her arm. That caused the middle, Simons, to jump with Emiliano, giving the one-on-one opportunity.
Emiliano, a transfer to Georgia Tech, serving from UTR-GV, that's University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. tight to the net, and Bertolino looking for hands, didn't find any.
Exactly right, Wiley. Trying to go high into the hands. South Alabama staying in this. You don't feel the momentum completely on Georgia Tech's side. Nice scramble play. Looking for that high shot, just missing it by about 2 inches.
Going back behind. Loberg sends it right back to Gooch. Bump set from Velez. Same on the South Alabama side. Great dig from Wilson, handling Bertolino's power. Back row. And a block from South Alabama. Lily Simons. And Meredith O'Gorman.
Taking patience and determination. You see how Georgia Tech stopped on the cover because Otene on a back row attack transition plays, it goes down. Everyone stopped expecting to see the brilliance. Nice block.
Emiliano goes across the court and a sharp cut shot from Leah Harper. Getting the opportunity tonight, that's her first kill.
Harper at 6'2" with long arms. That's a nice hard cut shot, putting it on, earning her way. It's been a mix for that second right side between Fisher. Now we have Harper with that 6'2" formation.
Bertolino back serving. Cannon with the dig. Gooch underhands it. From the middle, Velez. And the finish from Tamara Otene.
Starting with great defense. Velez laying out, getting that up for her team. Hey, why not have a left hand too? Train it both. Otene says, crossing my body, no problem. I can match my hand on the ball anywhere.
I didn't trust my eyes on that. I thought it was left, but I was obscured partially. I said, wait a minute, was that left-handed? And a tight pass. Good misdirection from Meredith O'Gorman.
For that serve receive pass, it was back-to-back. It's a straight arm retract move to keep a powerful serve like Bianca Bertolino off the net. So you attack the ball with a good angle and then retract it on the same angle. Addition on that serve receive to South Alabama.
Really collision in the back row, and it leads to an overpass, and Cannon polishes it off. South Alabama within 2.
Wiley, Cannon's got that face like, oh, we doing this today. Locked in.
Gooch still serving, transfer from West Virginia, first year at South Alabama. And Harper, the West Virginia native, gets stuffed.
That's all about angles on this block. So Harper hitting that powerful line shot. It bounced quickly off, caught her leg as it was going out of bounds. South Alabama looking strong.
A chance to tie it here. It's a 3-0 run and a serve into the net from Gooch. And that ought to bring us to our first timeout. 15th ranked Georgia Tech coming off a dominant win over Florida last night. The Jaguars have come out fighting, bringing the jungle to the Yellow Jackets.
This is the ACC, where greatness isn't just a goal, it's our relentless pursuit.
Well, there you go.
Where elite coaches and preeminent players constantly strive to redefine what's possible. Here, greatness knows no limits. Here, achievements speak louder than words, and legacies are cemented. This is the ACC, accomplished greatness.
Welcome back to this U.S. Open Office Plan.
Miller just lobbed a message way over Jones's head using some technical jargon.
Let's see if they can use Grammarly to their advantage. Jones is using it to make her point in a friendly way. And now Miller's taking a technical doc and asking Grammarly to rewrite it. Let's see if it makes a difference. It's love all, but does Jones feel it?
Yes, they're aligned. Game, set, and match.
Thanks to Grammarly, every word you write helps you reach your goal.
Download Grammarly for free.
If I was to describe this sandwich in one word, I would say magical. Hi, this is Jamor, and the little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is that extra oomph. I go back and forth from the spicy filet to the original filet. Personally, I get into the sweetness of the honey. That's what hits first. Then you have the extra kick from the spicy filet, and then you also have the spice of the jalapeno peppers. The combination alone takes it over the top. is award-winning in my mind.
Real customer paid for their testimonial.
A cost. Eloise Suarez going for this ball near the net, jams her finger, and she is out tonight. Keely, what went down on that play where you see?
Suarez went up with one hand to try to set it, but that was a great attack because even if Suarez didn't hurt her hand, it's a back row violation. Ball's coming over, you want to attack the back row attacker. Just unfortunately for Georgia Tech, hands left open and your fingers are vulnerable in that moment.
So that takes Georgia Tech out of the 6-2 they've been running with those 2 wins over BYU and Florida, a couple top 15 teams. First point out of the timeout. Otene blocked by O'Gorman. That time she goes line and a great dig from Loberg. Bertolino goes to Otene. Emiliano.
Oh, wow.
Great defense from South Alabama, and they win it. A roar from O'Gorman and Simons.
The pure want to defensively, picking up balls. Down the line is Loberg. This is how you show your teammates, guys, we're gonna fight and be there. Getting the setup, O'Gorman showing some want to with the close. Simons.
Biggest challenge for South Alabama early on this season is finishing their attacks right on cue. Leah Harper beats Loberg, but besides that point, South Alabama's defense, their passing has actually been better, I think, than Coach Ortiz expected. They just haven't been able to finish on that third touch.
You know, Coach Ortiz took his team yesterday to watch Georgia Tech Florida, so it gives you insight of tendencies. When you get that live view instead of watching videos, it's very helpful.
Not sure where that went. It nearly disintegrated. Delilah Blackwell making just her second start of the season, a redshirt freshman.
You know, it's like going one-on-one in basketball. Your left, your attack, even on a low set against a block. Nice job, Blackwell, sneaking that low set through.
Tough pass. But what a rescue from Luano Emiliano.
Getting it tight. Otene has such an high jumping ability, and that adds her power to it. Incredible to watch, jumping over the block, giving an open look straight at the libero Wilson.
Cannon, point South Alabama.
I want to sing a song, why? It's like,
Go
anything you can do, I can do better. Getting off of that, Cannon dropping it inside. She recognizes her block. This is the vision Coach Ortiz talks about. Coach Collier saying, come on, guys, open angle shot.
Emiliano goes to Pierce on the slide, and it is just long. Point South Alabama, and we're even at 17.
When you attack a ball, it's all about matching your hand speed with your arm speed. If you're going for a top spin shot, Pierce's arm coming strong, but the snap did not connect at the right time to sail that ball long.
Cannon from the back row into the tape.
Georgia Tech breathing a little easier after that missed attack. Open that swing. Woo! Georgia Tech happy to get that side out.
And that'll be Sophia Velez transferring in from Trinity Valley Community College to junior college over in Athens, Texas, just south of Dallas. Her first year at Georgia Tech as the libero. Blackwell beats the block. It's still alive and passed over by Sandin. What a dig from Otene. We got a violation there on Georgia Tech elsewhere.
You know, Otene is such a nice person, so calm, steady for her team. There was a net violation on 2 sweet digs. First one laying out, and then this one taking a strong shot, coming down with her left hand in the middle, Mogridge.
Tied at 18 here. Coach Ortiz told us their goals tonight, just get to the 20s and see what happens. They're pretty close to getting to that spot here in the first set. Emiliano goes to Bertolino off her back foot. What touch!
You know, I don't blame the defender sitting so deep down the line. I would do it too. Hurst so deep down the line, and Bertolino, great vision, drops it short right over the block.
Luana Emiliano serving. Big swing from Gooch and another dig from Otene.
Oh, wow.
And Gooch that time thunders it down, and we're tied at 19.
Wiley, this is the best when you play as the underdog and you really have nothing to lose. And you're really unknown as a team, losing 4 main starters from last season. Gooch coming in so much power, creating that unity on the court.
Anna Loberg. And is that a reach over from South Al in the middle? Yes. Point Georgia Tech. They got Lily Simons that time, a little too aggressive.
You know, usually when a setter goes up with one hand, because if it was on your side of the net clean, you'd assume it didn't break the plane. Yeah, Coach Ortiz wants that one, taking a timeout instead of a challenge.
So first timeout called by Coach Jesse Ortiz. Tamara Otene in her 5th season of college volleyball, 3rd at Georgia Tech. We saw some of those digs, Keely. Take a look at that note. She's really become a 6th rotation player, hasn't she?
Completely. That's a part of her game. She's improved throughout each year. Worked really the attention to detail of getting that middle back, and then the serve receive passing game, which is not included in digs. Otene just impresses me year after year, taking some ownership even in any match, just comes in so strong, really trying to fight hard for her team.
She leads Georgia Tech in kills. Top 5 in the ACC last year as well, and first team All-ACC selection. The Yellow Jackets, a lot coming back this year. They've got 4 All-ACC players. We mentioned Bertolino and Otene on the first team. Then a couple of All-ACC freshmen in Eloise Suarez and Larissa Mendez, but Suarez and Mendez out tonight.
Yeah, that hurts Georgia Tech, and this is why the match is so close. It's almost like you smell blood if you're South Alabama, like, ooh, they're down, we're coming for it, and the energy is equal on each side. South Alabama overall, though, playing with a lot more fight.
Both teams hitting below 200 as we reach the final stretch of this first set with Bianca Bertolino at the line. Into the net, point South Alabama.
Smart idea by Coach Ortiz, using his timeout correctly, recognizing who the next server was, hoping to ice her instead of getting Bianca Bertolino on a roll.
And now Sarah Gooch serves to Bertolino. In the middle, Mogridge. Georgia Tech ahead by 1.
Coach Collier shaking her hands like, guys, that's what we need right there. Mogridge, a little push at Emiliano, giving her some open net, cutting that ball to her left. Nice shot.
I know we're indoors, but she was blocking out the video board.
Right.
And a back ball, and that attack is long from O'Gorman. Now a little bit of breathing room for Georgia Tech.
Right at the end, we saw this yesterday with Florida, so tight in that 3rd set, and at the end, Georgia Tech pushed through whatever it takes to win.
Liv Mogridge. Back to Cannon, and there's an easy point for Abriana Cannon.
I just absolutely love competitors. Look how much fight going up, seeing the line shot, showing the angle for the block. This is how you fight. This is what makes sports so amazing.
Now Lily Simons. Serve goes long.
Shot to the heart. I'm joking. That one hurts. At home, I can feel Jaguar fans going like, oh no, we can't give them a 2-point lead.
Now Lauren Sandin getting a chance to serve. Senior's gotten partial playing time, and is she being subbed out? No, they're going to have Emiliano go to the bench, and coming in, Laura Fisher. And now a timeout. This is somewhat of a surprising move, right? Taking Emiliano out there at the setter spot.
Is all for the block. So Emiliano's the shorter block. You can see the outside with Cannon just taking advantage, working around the shot, switching in with Fisher is a good idea for a block.
Michelle Collier having to adjust on the fly, being down a couple of pieces tonight. Now in her 11th season at Georgia Tech, second winningest coach in program history, behind only your former coach, Keely.
Yeah, I'm a Coach Collier fan completely. Coming in, I played against her in college, played against her professionally in Spain. Just an incredible player, but really taking Georgia Tech to a new level year after year. And when you think they lost a lot of good players, she reloads. It gets more fun to know what she's bringing in on the recruitment side.
Over 2,700 kills when she was playing at the University of South Florida. Top 10 in Division I history. So she again, you look at her playing resume, and she's on her way to building a coaching resume that almost rivals it.
Yeah, just loves the game. And her husband played professional volleyball as well. For fun, they definitely watch a lot of volleyball at home.
All right, so Lauren Sandin is going to serve. So who do you think will be in the role of setter in this rotation for Georgia Tech?
Bianca Bertolino out of middle back.
Great dig from Velez. Bertolino swinging from the middle back. Cross court, Velez saves it, but it's an overpass. And Cannon got underneath it. Good idea, but couldn't execute.
You do not want to go against a 6'3" Fisher on an off shot with Pierce, the middle blocker, on the close. The right idea, a little off, change up your shot, just taking it long.
Fisher just subbed into the game. Sandin serving for the set. Cannon swings. And Pierce bumps it. And a kill from Laura Fisher to win the set. Oh! Just her 7th kill of the year. She comes off.
We fight. South Alabama showed incredible fight. You want to see that again, hopefully for the Jaguars, a different outcome.
And an ace to begin the second set from Luana Emiliano.
After such huge wins, BYU, Florida, we talk about, it is an emotional letdown that you have to regroup, come together. Georgia Tech not hitting great. 176 in that first set, but figured out a way to do it.
And a lunging effort to keep it alive, but a free ball for the Jackets. And Mogridge cashes it in. The ricochet off of Wilson hits the bottom of the video board. And just like the first set, Georgia Tech is out to an early lead.
You watch Coach Collier giving a little head nod like, there you go. Mogridge getting a kill right up the gut.
She's now got 3 kills along with 2 blocks. Cross court. Reversing the floor, and Harper's attack is long. Point South Alabama.
Good idea. That's a reverse set flow. That's another idea of not connecting your hand to your arm speed. You can't produce that topspin.
And a long serve from Erica Spankus.
Walking back so smoothly to the service line. Spankus getting in for it because Bianca Bertolino is up to serve.
I know it was long, but there is a pop off of her service ball.
One of the heaviest wrists in the game, that arm speed and the contact. She thumps that ball with that hand power.
More look how close this was. Ooh. Meanwhile, the other side, Gooch serving. Otene powers it through O'Gorman.
O'Gorman, one-on-one on the block, did an excellent job showing body up, and then jump in hard to her left, trying to take away that angle. Otene going against the moving hands. We got something to drop.
And Mogridge into the net, and visibly frustrated. She's had a couple of those today.
When we watch Mogridge in warm-ups, she can serve bullets. When you can't, well, you don't transfer that from pregame practice to match time. That's the frustration we just saw.
Well, Addison Hurst at the line. Otene from the rafters.
You almost want to say, do it, do it. When you did a low flat set, you know the block's not going to get a good setup. Otene took advantage. Watch the movement. Seeing Seam having the height advantage and power shot.
Seniors Lauren Sandin. She's got the ace.
Wiley, this is why you work in practice. Sandin waiting for her time, sometimes comes in just as a serving specialist. Now seeing 3 rotations across the back row. Coach Coley says one of the hardest workers in the gym.
First ace of the season for Sandin, that one into the net. And it's back over to South Alabama's side as Sarah Gooch returns, giving Spankus a breather.
Good news for Georgia Tech. You got Cannon now on the back line, siding out quick of those rotations while she was front row.
Emiliano feeds Otene, and Otene eats it.
That is the matchup Georgia Tech's going for. You have setter Anna Loberg, the right front blocker against your most dominant attacker with Otene. Getting one-on-one is all the setter Emiliano. Being deceptive, getting up is her middle Pierce to hold the block.
Pierce powers it through Blackwell. And now the Yellow Jackets, they're beginning to cash in on their swings, Keeley, hitting below 200 in the first set. They've got 5 kills on 6 swings so far in this second.
That deception, the pump fake and dish set, Emiliano, nice job.
No hands, point Georgia Tech.
When you watch a block go up, I didn't see hands on the block, but you watch to see if there's going to be a challenge call every single time, because now we got this video surveillance.
Blackwell out of rhythm, and she went around the antenna. Point Georgia Tech, and now it's a 4-0 run for the Yellow Jackets and a timeout called by South Alabama and their head coach, Jesse Ortiz. The Jackets took a Jaguar punch in the first set. They're delivering one back here in the second.
If I was to describe this sandwich in one word, I would say magical. Hi, this is Jamor, and the little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is that extra oomph. I go back and forth from the spicy filet to the original filet. Personally, I get into the sweetness of the honey. That's what hits first. Then you have the extra kick from the spicy filet. And then you also have the spice of the jalapeno peppers. The combination alone takes it over the top. It's award-winning in my mind.
Real customer paid for their testimonial.
Brianna Cannon, one of just 2 returning starters for South Alabama, and look at the production the Jaguars lost off of last year's roster, having to replace the Sun Belt setter of the year, their libero, and 3 of their top scorers.
Yeah, that's a hard turnaround, but Coach Ortiz talks about the challenge and he's up for it because he's trying to build confident women through the game of volleyball, trying to teach unity, coming together, and that fearless play coming even on the slide attack. Blackwell out of a timeout, no fear, going up with the power shot.
Redshirted last year, Delayla Blackwell battling for minutes and points at that middle blocker set, or spot rather. They've got a few candidates there. She got the start tonight. Oh, Georgia Tech somehow keeps it alive. And Sarah Gooch says, I don't care.
I felt like that's exactly what she said in her head. She had the matchup going against a shorter block from Emiliano. It started with a nice scramble cover, laying out Bianca Bertolino, giving a little help. But that matchup, Emiliano, Gooch has the height advantage for that kill.
Pierce on the slide. Great block from Gooch. Going soft that time, and a fist pump from Bianca Bertolino. She's got every trick in her bag.
Bertolino so stellar at everything that she does, even on that cover play, keeping it alive. You recognize not only from video watching, but where your tip shots are now in the second set.
We've heard it for years now. There's just not really a weakness in her game. Back row. Good dig. Wilson that time. Off balance swing from Gooch. Soft again, and that's a point again for Bianca Bertolino.
She did a little head dip saying, hey, I'll do it again now. I'm getting 2 in a row, saying, dropping that short shot, recognizing the defender was inside the court. Nice tip shot back to the line.
Sofia Velez serving. Great dig from Emiliano.
Okay.
That time leaning back. And Bertolino sails it high and long.
Now that's the idea of a shot. Bertolino just trying to go high. She wasn't trying to create top spin on that ball. She was under the block and thought that if she hit high, she'd catch the top of the fingers. Just missed it by a few inches.
Coach Michelle Collier having a conversation with our officials. And she is going to challenge it. Or challenge something, I should say.
Tech is challenging. There was a net fault on the block.
Yeah, it looks pretty clear that Bertolino didn't catch any hands, but Coach Collier wants to take a look at a potential net fault, so we'll get a look here momentarily.
You know, if Coach Collier played poker, she'd have the best poker face. I swear, during the rally, she's like counting things like, okay, net violation, yeah, maybe on the swipe down. I swear she catches everything that close to the court.
She wouldn't need to bluff very often either with the roster she's put together. There's some really good cards. So looking to see if there's a net violation there. I didn't see anything there, Keely.
Call is confirmed, point South Alabama.
So it stays with South Alabama.
Coach Collier just saying, oh, okay. All right, guys, that was a good little break. Let's reset. We got Mogridge in the front row. And then what happened yesterday with Florida, it was a low flat set to the pin, where Bianca Bertolino stands.
Anna Loberg serving, comes from a volleyball family. Bertolino. And Loberg goes to Gooch. And a free ball finished off by Lily Simons.
Showing some want-to. Simons ready for that overpass. Standing lane out, and Simons was like, I'm all over that basically overpass free ball.
Loberg still serving. And another free ball. Deja vu, Lily Simons again.
The best thing when you watch a player, when you recruit, I was a college coach, you watch to see if they bring energy to the court when they do something good and their team. Nice way to send it and redirect a moving setter.
And she's a player who developed her first 2 seasons as Bertolino collects the point for the Jackets, but Simons, she played in just 2 matches across the first 2 years. And she's turned into a really valuable piece, one of just 2 returning starters for South Alabama. 21 in blue, and Bertolino just continues to do it. She's now got a match best 6 kills. And the block from Leah Harper.
This is what Georgia Tech is missing right now, the extra block that 6'2" adds. Harper holding her own on the block, seeing the line shot, taking it down.
Senior from Martinsburg, West Virginia. Just her second career start tonight with the injury to Larissa Mendez. As we dry up the floor on the South Alabama side, it'll be Luana Emiliano serving. Transfer in from UTRGV, that's University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. And a perfect corner pocket shot from Sarah Gooch.
Gooch feeling it, hitting at 750, taking that deep corner shot, seeing where the open, if you can perfect that shot on the right side, nobody plays defense there.
Emiliano, a little miscommunication, and it lands on the Yellow Jacket side.
Looking at the side out pattern, you have Bertolino in the front row. Everybody assumes maybe it will go, you gotta get a ball somehow to Mogridge, get her an open net swing.
Emiliano goes cross court to Harper. Just reaction time by O'Gorman. And there's the middle to Mogridge, and there's a point for the Yellow Jackets.
Georgia Tech just waiting for a transition ball, recognizing Mogridge is one-on-one, has height, has power. Nice job, Emiliano, coming slightly off, forcing it back to the net, and Mogridge for the put away.
And Bianca Bertolino at the line. Otene, she's stuffed. Velez saves it. Again stuffed, and this time it finds the floor.
Okay, O'Gorman. Seeing that Otene was gonna get both shots. That was a good first cover. Otene taking power straight at O'Gorman, testing her advantage. Nice cover on the first ball, and then power shot with the block.
Looks like South Alabama has been tough at the net, perhaps tougher than Georgia Tech expected coming in. And that attack is wide. Margot Hernandez has come in to serve. Redshirt freshman from Fishers, Indiana. One of 9 children, Keely. One of her sisters actually played volleyball here in the state of Georgia for the Bulldogs. And she serves it into the net.
It's pretty fun. I'm from a family of 5. You just play a lot of games. You can pick, basically, with adding your mom or dad, you're gonna play 5-on-5 basketball.
Yeah.
Just throw them all in. I'm sure she's not the only volleyball player in her family.
So Liv Mogridge now at the line. Loberg, and they've got her on a violation.
What you love this year after watching Georgia Tech throughout already preseason is there's composure. They're not too scared if they get like behind or coming back with the team. Just such composure to stay in it.
And Blackwell got hands. What have you seen from Delayla Blackwell tonight, the freshman getting the start?
You love Coach Ortiz giving the start. Blackwell's shown that she can do it in practice. I just love how she comes out. This is what you look for when you're recruiting players. That type of just, I'm gonna go for it, and then the outcome will take care of itself.
Pierce gives to Otene. And powered through the Georgia Tech block that time. South Alabama hanging around. The Jackets won the first set 25-21. It was 19-all.
Bree Wilson, Coach Ortiz has one of the most athletic liberos that he's ever had, really defending that left back.
And with South Alabama cutting it to 1, Georgia Tech calls a timeout.
You got to be happy for Coach Ortiz right now. He's loving this rebuilding process with the group of kids, knowing that the Sun Belt's a very difficult conference.
So Tamara Otene, first team All-ACC a year ago, Georgia Tech's leader in kills again this year, and she's been back at it tonight with 6 kills first set and a half.
You'll see that Otene's getting it done on different ends, even a left hand. We saw that overpass And then when power is needed, Otene's got that in her toolbox as well. So fun to watch, just elevates her game, even coming off of a huge win last night. Otene is looking sharp.
So what is the message right now, you think, in the Georgia Tech huddle as Coach Collier trying to push the Yellow Jackets across the finish line in the second set?
Coach Collier is telling her players, we identify where the attackers are. Our block is doing a good job getting touches, let's say deeper on the court defensively. We can push forward if we see the off speed, but getting caught too far inside, that's a hard recovery to make. Slow down the ball and then take care of our offense. Transition middles are really working for us. So we have Pierce in the front row right now, given the freedom to setter Emiliano to force that middle back.
So the Yellow Jackets, as you said, Keely, going to try and not get caught too far up the floor. One really encouraging note for South Alabama is they've been much more efficient in this second set. And that is really what has bothered Coach Ortiz the most, has been the inefficiency of the Jaguars offense. Overpass, an opportunity. And Cannon delivers, and we are tied at 17.
Cannon with that cannon arm. This is a good block touch off it, but Georgia Tech got caught in that redirect. Jumping in as Harper, good one-hand attempt by Velez, but South Alabama looking so good.
And now Fisher comes back in the match. 6'3", a little more size as she steps in for Harper. Emiliano to Otene. Blackwell the off speed and a pancake from Velez. And a block from Otene, 1-on-1. And the fifth-year senior beats the redshirt freshman.
So calm, so composed. Otene lay out first as Velez on the floor, keeping rallies alive. One-on-one, Otene calms the energy on the court.
And Laura Fisher serving, and there's her first ace of the season right there in a clutch spot.
Notice Coach Collier kept the serve of Fisher instead of changing with the DS, saying, Fisher, we need your strong serve.
That's got to be a boost, too, when Coach tabs you to take these big serves late in a set. Loberg goes to Cannon. And it's long, point Georgia Tech. And just as South Alabama ties it up, it's a 3-0 run for the Yellow Jackets.
Harper looking very confident on the court. She knows she's fighting for playing time with Fisher. Nice strong serve to create that run and separation.
So timeout called by South Alabama here. But Laura Fisher at a Link Brantley High School in Longwood, Florida. And playing time has been hard to come by in her time at Georgia Tech, now in her 4th season. But she's played in every match now this year and finding ways to contribute. I mean, we saw her, she was a critical sub there at the end of the first set. Keely really impacted the way that first set finished.
At 6'3", she provides a block and solid attitude too. You come in, you're smiling with your teammates, you provide energy. There's those intangibles that you need between teammates on the court. You know, Georgia Tech plays very calm. Majority of their stellar players are just calm, have a calm demeanor. And you have a player like Fisher, Moldridge, that talk and have that energy. So that's what Coach Collier really tries to dig for and find throughout her bench.
How important is it to have that? I mean, you can't ask your star player to be anything than who they are. You can't ask them to fake it necessarily, but how critical is it to find somebody on your roster, in your rotation, that can be vocal?
You know, it's like a dinner table.
Yeah.
You just need one or two to start talking, and the rest can just sit there and listen, because Coach Collier, between Otene and Bertolino, they bring it. It's not like because they're quiet, have a quiet demeanor, they're not competitive. It's just who they are. But if you have one or two people talking, it's going to be a fun dinner table.
How long did it take you to get comfortable being vocal?
I mean, I came out. Even arguing with my mom, let's be serious. This mouth was fighting for every injustice between my three of my sisters and my brother. Oh, yeah.
So Georgia Tech picks up a point out of the timeout here. Deandra Pierce, transfer from Texas, now in her 2nd year at Georgia Tech. Fisher trying to keep this run going for the Jackets. Velez lunging for the dig. Otene. Loberg tries to sneak it over, and they're going to get a violation on Anna Loberg. Point Georgia Tech. It's now a 5-0 run.
Nice effort, Velez getting that nice dig. All over that net. That was good want to, though. Loberg had the right idea. Fisher putting on a show on the service line.
Emiliano to Otene, point Georgia Tech.
Oh, Wiley. A transition, spin set, two-step footwork from Emiliano. Watch the spin, coming off the net, boom, puts a dime for Otene for the inside hard angle shot.
Fisher keeps it going. Loberg to Cannon, and that time Cannon beats Fisher. She couldn't handle the attack. And Aubriana Cannon now with 8 kills. That leads all players in this match. Georgia Tech will sub Fisher out of the game. Sandin comes back in.
There's no doubt you saw South Alabama needing a quick side out. Every time they were going to the arm of Cannon. Finally had that one, able to get a kill.
Now Cannon will serve. That was a bowling ball she just served over the net, crashing hard.
You still have a chance right now. You have a two-hitter situation. You can camp pretty much on Otene, knowing that Pierce gets set ever so often, but Otene, you're sending 2 blocks out on her.
Jaguars trying to claw their way back into it, and that one hits the tape and falls on the Jaguar side. And now it is set point for Georgia Tech.
Wiley, it hits the tape and hits your heart right there, putting your opposing team at set point.
Otene with the ace, and Georgia Tech takes the second set. Coming off a sweep.
Be successful in the ACC, you have to figure out a way to win. It doesn't have to be pretty. That's what we saw in those first 2 sets with Georgia Tech.
So to begin the third set, Bertolino takes a big swing. Wilson controls it. And from the middle, Liv Mogridge.
Without a doubt, why? That was talked about between sets 2 and 3. We got to get Mogridge the ball in transition. Looking no further, Emiliano said, I got it somewhere close. Where is she? Putting it away is Mogridge.
Into the net. If there was a positive takeaway for South Alabama, and I think there were a few from those first 2 sets, how about the fact that Georgia Tech, through the first 2 sets, hit 197. The lowest they've hit in a match this season is 232.
Yeah, incredible. Way to scout, watch video, and watch Georgia Tech live yesterday to implement a good scouting report.
Now that percentage is going up, though. Because tomorrow, Otene picking up another kill. She and Bianca Bertolino have already scored.
When you match your flow of your approach with the tempo of the set, that is just pure perfection.
Beg your pardon, Mogridge, of course, on that first kill. But she's still serving. A little bit of a whiff that time, and Cannon got it over. And Deandra Pierce, she can do it from the middle too now.
Coach Collier and Coach Claudio Pinheiro could look at each other their whole time, have a little reality TV show of the conversations going. They're looking at each other like, that's what we needed those first 2 sets.
Pierce, she feels pretty good against South Alabama too. She had a career high 11 kills against the Jaguars in the NCAA tournament last year as Cannon this time bullies Fisher at the net.
Cannon started her approach, recognized a low set, and then had to speed it up. It worked to her advantage though. Fisher was not able to get the setup.
Now Lily Simons. Emiliano to Otene, and she goes soft and just tumbles it over the wall.
Setter Loberg was sitting so deep down the line. Otene had great vision and said, oh, I'll make the setter try to make a move, but dropped a beautiful roll shot short.
Tight, Loberg. Left-handed swing from O'Gorman. And O'Gorman stuffs Otene. Well, all 3 sets, Keely, South Alabama has fallen behind early, but they've rallied right back, and they're trying to do the same thing here.
When you see a low, tight set, as a blocker, you attack the ball. You don't look at the hitter anymore, knowing that you can get the advantage to swarm the ball.
Now Addison Hurst. She actually arrived with the Jaguars as an undersized outside hitter. And she's really just kind of been a Swiss Army knife, Keely, for South Alabama in her couple years there. Luana Emiliano, a sneak attack.
She was going right against Hurst, the server, which you talked about, coming in not all the way. You know, we've seen Emiliano set those balls. That's a deception, saying, I'm not setting this one, taking it over in 2.
On the slide, Blackwell. And Bertolino just kisses the tape that time.
Wilson thought about it. The libero for South Alabama saying, is that ball going to drop in? Bertolino put just enough top spin on it. Nice dig by Sandin to get it to kiss that line to drop.
And an ace from Tamara Otene. Hurst, a little trouble handling that serve.
Her little cheer is like, yay. Otene just mellow, but not in her competitive spirit. It's just her, in Spanish you say, en forma de ser. It's just her being.
Who she is.
Who she is.
But what she lacks in animation, she makes up for in termination.
Yeah, I love it.
What do you give it? A 6 out of 10, maybe?
I mean, I'm going like 9 wide.
You're an easy grader. You're an easy grader. Otene with the ace.
That high school education one. Yeah. Went to a smart, you went to a smart college too. Getting it to drop right off the net. Otene, that's a friendly bounce.
Don't confuse a smart college with a smart graduate. Loberg to the middle, Blackwell, and there it is, Delayla Blackwell. I think she's shown Coach Ortiz something tonight.
Coach Ortiz talked about the preseason, completely loading up. You have Texas A&M, UNLV, Georgia Tech, knowing that his team's gonna need a lot for that Sun Belt Conference. 3rd right now in the West. Nice to see your freshman coming up, making another swing.
She had 6 kills on the season, Keely. She now has 6 kills tonight. And that serve is just long. Good read by Velez in the back row.
This is why in elementary school, you play dodgeball. I mean, what's the perfect? The ball's a line drive, and then in volleyball, you just have to make a quick decision. Do I play this ball or let it fly?
Now Velez serving. Cross court. And Otene couldn't quite get the feel for that ball. Great swing from Sarah Gooch.
Coach Collier expected that touch off the block, yelling. You watch her go, like, go, go, that deep corner. Otene trying to make a move. Gooch going high into the hands. That's such a smart shot.
Otene in the back row. That's a live ball. Not anymore. Had a ricochet around the rafters here in O'Keefe Gym.
Otene just so smooth. A little bounce, ricochet action. That's hard to play. It hit twice. For fans at home, it hit twice.
So give Otene another double-digit kill match. He's now got 99 kills on the season. And Laura Fisher is going to come in for Lauren Sandin. And now Luana Emiliano. Going off a double-double against Florida last night. Got 25 assists tonight. And that attack is long. Point Georgia Tech.
You can see the idea from the pin attack, which is the outside and right side. If they see a block, they're trying to go high into the hands. They don't want to hit at the defense. They're not trying to cut around the block, trying to get the tool long.
Great dig that time from Hurst. And Bertolino with the kill.
such a smart player. Bertolino recognized that defense it's called a rotation defense. You have a short defender. The other defenders are split in the backcourt, 2 in the corner. That's zone 6, middle of the court, wide open. Bertolino taking it.
Timeout, South Alabama, Georgia Tech. They can smell a sweep here on their home floor.
This is Alpha Brain. You want to be the best at whatever you do? Yeah, we thought so. If you've got a lot going on or need to think clearly, we've got an Alpha Brain product that's got your back. Focus where it matters most.
We love home internet from T-Mobile. Now Mesh boosts Wi-Fi all over your home. Taking a class in your attic, that dead spot is gone. Stream LA in your man cave, learn to paint on your lawn.
He's glorious.
For a limited time, get a free upgrade to Home Internet Plus. Just $50 a month.
South Alabama losing a ton of talent last year. Hannah Maddox was one of them, but she's continued her career playing for the Vegas Thrill and the Pro Volleyball Federation. Keely, you did a lot of those matches.
Yes, watching Maddox play from college to the pros, she had game. First team all Sun Belt, the kill leader for her team, the go-to player, back row, front row, and then doing the same thing in the pro game. Really impressive. Coach Ortiz says she's one of many that are playing pro, but really happy that she's in the domestic league.
Saw Anna Loberg there wearing number 9 in blue, South Alabama's setter. Her sister also plays in the Pro Volleyball Federation for the San Diego Mojo, Grace Loberg. Of course, you might remember her as a part of that national championship team with Wisconsin back in 2021. She was one of their All-American outside hitters.
Yeah, Loberg's loaded with some volleyball talent in their house.
Her sister serving, and Laura Fisher terminating.
Fisher going inside shot. That's a good angle, long arms, taking off some pace. Watch this angle come up. A good one-on-one opportunity, trying to split that seam, and got it.
And on a night where Georgia Tech is without Larissa Mendez, one of their top scorers, Laura Fisher, she hasn't been asked to do too much tonight, but what she has been asked to do, I mean, she's nailed almost every piece.
Yeah, 2 kills on 2 attempts, hitting 1,000. You know, in practice, you fight for a starting role, but really showing what you can do live in a match, that's how you earn the role as a starter.
Jackets also without Eloise Suarez. As Bertolino is serving, they've been having to run a 5-1 tonight. They've been running a 6-2 with Suarez, the second setter. As Georgia Tech scrambles. What have you seen from Georgia Tech's 5-1 tonight, Keely?
The transition middle attack. So if you can dig and go out, you see South Alabama just trying to touch hands and avoid that defense all in a complete. I think Emiliano's doing a good job. She's a great setter, don't get me wrong. It's just finding that balance on the court. It's pretty predictable. If the ball's out of system, it's going to go outside to Otene or Bertolino.
And leaning over a chair and tumbling down, Meredith O'Gorman. Hope she's okay. And she's smiling. That's a good sign.
Chaos when she gets on a roll. Coach Ortiz doesn't want to wait any longer, saying we need to ice the server. I know what Bertolino can do, calling the timeout.
I know there's some padding on that chair, but between the bleachers, the concrete, and again, the metal structure of the chair, I'm glad O'Gorman's all right. She went in there pretty hard.
Yeah, that's a fight that you want with a player, but you want them to be smart too, because you'd rather the ball die than injury happen.
Well, South Alabama, they've had some positives tonight. Delayla Blackwell especially, a redshirt freshman, had just 6 career kills entering this match. She's got 6 tonight, Keely.
This is what you want to see for the future of your program. A freshman coming in against a top-ranked team and getting it done. 6 kills. She's the second kill leader.
Meanwhile, Aubriana Cannon, she's done it night in, night out, and she, with 9 kills and 4 digs, again at the top of the stat sheet for the Jaguars.
We knew she could do it. Coach Ortiz says she is our go-to player. It's no secret. All smiles right there, even on a low set, just able to get it done. This is a long difference, but between Cannon and Blackwell, not only for this match, but the future, heading into Sun Belt, very bright to show that unity and show that type of fight.
And Aubriana Cannon, too, Keely, what a story. She began her college career in the fall of 2018 with Northwestern. She suffered a knee injury after being one of Northwestern's top scorers as a freshman. Missed a couple of seasons. She hadn't played back-to-back seasons up until last year, and now she's in her final year of eligibility as a grad student. Her second at South Alabama, and yes, she did just get aced there, but that's going to happen against anybody when you're facing Bianca Bertolino.
Yeah, that serve is just so tough. A player like Cannon knew right away in her grad year, Coach Ortiz would make sure it would be a good environment, way to fight hard and finish a career in under a great coach.
And keep in mind, Coach Ortiz and Cannon, they knew each other 10 years ago. When Cannon was coming up out of Novi High School in Michigan, Coach Ortiz was coaching at Michigan State as an assistant. And so when they checked in, when Cannon entered the portal a couple years ago, it felt more like a, hey, what's up, than a, hello, my name is.
Right, that helps a lot. Good players come out of Novi. Those Michiganders will get you every time with that work ethic.
Georgia Tech's had a few of those over the years yourself. Rebecca Martin, was she from Novi?
Nice, solid.
That's about the only pull I'll have tonight.
I mean,
I'm going to quit while I'm ahead.
It wasn't a hard sell.
Yeah,
like, get me out of the winters.
Yeah.
But then it's always nice. I'm not a hater on those winters because it's so pretty.
Yes. One more look this time as get a little off-speed shot there from Fisher. Showing a little versatility tonight.
That's the key. You show attack. So you move your arm like you're attacking and then drop the tip short for the kill.
And O'Gorman got hands that time, point South Alabama.
Wiley, that's the strategy right there. You see a huge block on you. You're going into the hands. Notice there's no even attempt to cut around the block. South Alabama's like, we don't even want to touch the defense. We're going to go out of bounds or sail this ball long. Those are 2 options.
Morgo Hernandez has come in, and she serves it long.
You'll take that. Georgia Tech feeling confident. I think Fisher is doing a great job earning a starting role in this right side addition. Now she's back on the service line after that missed serve.
What kind of boost does it give a locker room when you have a player step up when she gets an opportunity? I mean, you're used to the usual cast of characters, Bertolino and Otene, but when someone like Laura Fisher that's really had to grind for playing time delivers in this big opportunity, what kind of boost does that give?
She's a 4th-year player, so had to be a role player throughout her entire career. And she stayed. So a lot of kids would transfer, but this is when you know it's just a very healthy program. When you have kids stay and really fight hard and just love what Georgia Tech volleyball is about. It really creates that strong dynamic in a locker room.
She's got 9 kills now on the season, 3 tonight. Her career high in a single season is 11 kills. That hard work and patience paying off here. Emiliana goes to the middle, Deandra Pierce goes to the floor.
That's been the strategy all along for Georgia Tech. Get our middles involved. Nice, perfect pass by Bertolino right at the net. Pierce on a little push set, taking it across her body to the right back corner.
And Otene picks up the ace.
Otene not putting a lot of power on that serve. That was like a, okay, Otene. Yellow
Jackets well on their way to a sweep. South Alabama trying to make one last run at it here. It's hard to beat that, though.
So good, Wiley. Bertolino recognizes defenders are in the corner, rotation defense. The defense will sit in the corners. Takes a nice first layout teammate shot and then watch the beautiful cut shot around the block.
Loberg to Blackwell. Emiliano. She tried to feed Pierce. Pierce went behind the back, and Blackwell said, nah, we're not doing that tonight. Not here.
Cannon recognizing Georgia Tech was in a two-hitter situation. Emiliano was not an attacking threat, so came all the way in on that help block for Georgia Tech's Pierce.
Otene with the opposite end tool. That's when you know you got some juice.
Gosh, and Bertolino's passing dimes right at the net. There's 3 options on that ball, and that was the least predictable option. Nice reverse set to Otene in the back row.
Jackets hitting over 400 as a team in this third set. And Mogridge wins the joust. And the Yellow Jackets cruising here to their 6th consecutive win, just 2 points away.
Between Mogridge and Pierce, 9 kills, and then you add that blocking performance. Mogridge with 4, just owning the net tonight.
Oh, Luana Emiliano with a toothy grin as she heads back to the huddle. She enjoyed that one.
The sneak attack, and that was a sweet dig. Otene in the middle back, sending it over. Everyone thought you were gonna set. Emiliano says, we're gonna leave here in 3 sets, guys.
The Yellow Jackets have 10 aces tonight. Sofia Velez serving. And there it is. Oh, just inside the line, I beg your pardon. South Alabama stays alive.
Gooch seeing open court on that tip shot. This is what you want to see, just a fight. Georgia Tech in a 2-hitter situation. If Otene passes is not going her way, watch Mogridge get the ball on a good pass.
And Coach Claudio Pinheiro trying to dry up the floor on the Georgia Tech bench side. Brianna Wilson waiting to serve with the match on the line. And it just gets over. Bertolino, there it is! With the soft touch, little veteran savvy closes out a 3-set sweep for Georgia Tech.
The finesse